welcome to Hedgehog Hollow. We've started a new Facebook daily tips. If you're not already following us on Facebook, I've recapped last week's for you and I hope you enjoy. We'll see you again soon. Bye. Hi everyone, welcome to Hedgehog Hollow. This is the second attempt at our Facebook Live today. The first one doesn't seem to have posted to the Facebook page. I do have my other little helper here so you can see. She is playing away, so you may hear her in the background. What I was trying to show you was how to use some of the deep embossing folders or the Jennifer Maguire technique of embossing with your framelets, which is a card I've got coming up on the blog. And I did a lot of trial and error while I was trying to make the sample for you. So I wanted to just share what went right and what went wrong with you. So if you don't emboss, don't put any water on it at all, you will end up with these cracks that you can see here, which are not very pretty on your card front. So then I tried just spritzing away and I ended up with a better result. And this is just with a light spritz. But one thing I found is I got this pilling on my paper, which I didn't like as an effect. Afterwards, so I tried a bit more spritzing and then I ended up with these creases. This one's probably worse. You can see at the bottom here it started creasing because it was too wet. So I then found the technique was to get a light spritz but not directly onto the paper. So I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. So here's a piece of just plain ordinary very vanilla and I've got my Stampin' Up! Spritzer here and I'm just going to make sure there's water coming out. So what I did was I held my spritzer with my paper probably about 4 inches away and slightly lower. So my spritzer nozzle's up here and my paper's down here. So when I spray, the droplets settle on my paper and you can see it's getting wet as it curls. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of those is about right. It won't be too wet. You won't see water droplets directly on the paper, but you can see by the way it's curled that it's definitely wet. If you then run that through your Big Shot with either the ultra deep embossing folders or with the dry embossing technique that Jennifer Maguire recently posted, you should get a really nice result. And this is my sample that I've got coming up. And you can see here, so I've dry embossed, or deep embossed rather, these 2 hearts to put the true love in. And it comes out nice. There's no folds here at the bottom, there's no pilling on the paper, it's not really badly cracked. It gives you a really nice crisp emboss. So I hope that's helpful for you and we'll see you again soon. Bye. Hi everyone, welcome to Hedgehog Hollow. I can't believe yesterday we had over 3,500 views of our deep embossing Facebook Live. So I'm going to try and stop in more often to give you some hints and tips. I'm going to be here every day this week around this kind of time, so it's nearly noon on the East Coast, around 5 PM in England. And today I'm going to show you how I organise my catalogues. So you'll know that Stampin' Up! Has its, this is my little helper, you can hear in the background. She's watching whatever's on the TV while I'm doing this. So Stampin' Up! Have 4 catalogues over the year. You have an annual catalogue, you have your holiday catalogue, you have an occasions or spring mini as it used to be called, and you now get a celebration catalogue. So this is how I do mine. So I take mine to the FedEx office, used to be Kinko's. In England I did take mine to Staples, but they struggled slightly, so I just went to an independent copy store and they could cut the spine off spiral bound, and then I have the covers laminated and the corners rounded. That's quite a big one. Have the corners rounded, otherwise you'll find you poke yourself all the time, it catches on all your clothes and it's a real pain. So I have that laminated. Then you have here, try and do this, it's going to be back to front because of the Facebook Live mirroring. So this is my annual catalogue, this is my new US one, and then I've made myself some little tabs up here. So this first tab is my occasions catalogue, so it's all in the same binding, so I just have it cut straight down the middle where the staples are and have it put into my binding. Matilda. And then, so that's that one, and then I have my celebration. So I have the staples taken out and I just have it lay flat so I can flick through it like this, and then that fits in as well. And if I have the Christmas one, which I haven't got because of when I joined here in the US, I would have had that before you got to the occasion, so that would have gone in at the end of this contents page and before the occasions, and there would have been an extra tab there as well. So that's how I organise my catalogues. I find that really handy to have it all in one. I used to have bulldog clips, but it used to get a real pain and it was really difficult to flick through, whereas now you can see, I'm sorry about Tilly, you can just flick through all the catalogues, and that's how I do it. So, and then that's the back cover from the main annual catalogue. So I hope you find that interesting, and I hope it helps you out, and we'll see you again soon for some more hints and tips. Happy stamping. Bye. Hi everyone, I know we've just done a Facebook Live, but I just went to my mailbox and my paper pumpkin was there. So I found this 24 bag, which is amazing value. And I just looked at them and I thought, oh my goodness, how am I going to stamp 24 of these in the right place? Well, I got a Misty for Christmas and I have found an awesome trick. So I just wanted to quickly share it with you. So I'm going to flip the camera around. So you can see here you have these I punched out just because I was being nosy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 of these, and you get 5 different sentiments you can see here in with your paper pumpkin this month. So I set them up. I'm just going to ink them up so you can see how I've set them up. And I'm just going to put this down here. So I've got them set up. So there's one on this heart, you can see here, so how they're centralised. So I'm going to stamp those down. Sorry, it's a little bit wobbly, and I'm going to lift it up, and then rather than having to reset it all, I can take my card, turn it the other way up, pop my magnets back on so it doesn't move, and then I'm going to ink the other side back up again, like so, and then I'm going to fold it back down again. And I haven't moved any of my stamps, I haven't done anything. I can stamp all my sheets like this, and then all I have to go back and do are these 2 hearts that you don't get a sentiment for, or enough to do it in one go, I should say. So that I thought was really awesome, and I just wanted to share it with you. So thanks for stopping in again, and I will definitely see you again tomorrow. Bye. Hi everyone, welcome to Hedgehog Hollow and today's tip of the day. Today I am going to share with you something else that I learned when I was making up my paper pumpkin yesterday. So if you ever make up Stampin' Up kits or this month's paper pumpkin, it tells you to do 15 inches of thread for each of your tags. Now I don't have a ruler that's 15 inches unless I get out my yardstick, which was always in the way. My ruler's 12 inches, so I could do 12 and then another 3. But what I've done is I'm just going to flip the camera around for a second so you can see what I've done. Is I stick a piece, excuse me, of painter's tape to the table at the right length. So this one's a little bit squiffy, but it's 15 inches from each of the longest points. And then I know I'm always going to get my perfect thread. So for instance, this is my last tag on my paper pumpkin. You can see there's some very thin gold thread here, so I'm going to measure out my 15 inches and I'm going to snip it with a pair of scissors. And I've already pre-done my tag, so I do everything as like an assembly line. So I do all my pink onto my white, I make up all my tags, I put dimensionals on the back, so it's literally an assembly process when I get to this point. So I'm going to take the backs off my dimensionals, pick up my piece of thin thread which blends in very well with my brown table, and I wrap it around 2 fingers like this, and then when it's done, I'm going to pick up here, I just stick it down onto my 2 dimensionals, and just on a hard surface I stick it onto my tag, and there you can see I've got the perfect thread. So every time, because it's around my 2 fingers, which are never going to change, I always get the same amount of wine, so every single one looks roughly the same. And every length is the same, and I also have some thread left over. You can see here, if I just roll this back up, I haven't run out of thread because I know that every single one is within about 1/4 of an inch of 15 inches. So that is my tip of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd love to hear some of your tips too, and we'll try and showcase some of those in the future. So leave a comment below if you've got a cool tip you'd like to share with everyone at the Hollow, and we'll see you again soon. Bye. Hi everyone, and welcome to Hedgehog Hollow's tip of the day. Today I want to share with you a storage tip, something that since I've moved into my new classroom I have found really useful. So you know you can buy the empty stamp boxes in different sizes, so you can get the small wood mounted, you can get the large wood mounted, and you can also get this smaller size in thin, which I haven't received yet, that's in the mail to me. And I just wanted to share with you how I use those. So I have them in a few different things. So these small ones I find really handy for the embellishment kits. So you can see this one I've labelled up with the Cupcake and Carousels embellishment kit. I put it on this edge and I put it on both sides, my nice pink labels. I also have all my different types of doilies in one. So this one is my delicate doilies. These are the new lace doilies. Put it the right way up for you. I know it's a bit back to front because the way Facebook Live flipped it. And I have my in colour doilies. I have a lot of the metallic ones because I ordered a lot of Christmas to do some projects with. So I ended up putting them in this big one when I was doing my project. And then I have the one that I showed you on my YouTube video the other day. I'm just trying to get them all to sit right. For my enamel dots. And then I have cut from either the back of the DSP, or if you get Paper Pumpkin every month, you get this thick cardstock. And if I open it up, I'll try not to drop them. But I have, so in colour is there, and then all my in colour enamel dots and subtles and so on. So I find that a really handy way to organise them, and they're easily accessible, so they sit on the bookshelf next to my craft area. And then the other thing I have in them is my watercolour pencils. And the watercolour pencils do fit in this smaller DVD size one, but I went for the large one because I have a few other things in there. So I cut the back off my box with all the different colours with the swatches on, and I plan to on the bottom put a sticker with actually a coloured swatch of each one so that I can reference how close it really looks. So in here, if I now lift it up for you, so I have, and they're all going to fall out on me now, my pencils. I have a artist pencil sharpener that I got in Hobby Lobby or somewhere like that. I have a blender pen. I have an aqua pen. I have one of the wooden blending pens for coloured pencils that you can wet or put Gamsol or alcohol on and get different effects. I have a high quality rubber, and I have a mister in case I want to create some other effects. So I find it's much easier to have all the tools I'm going to want to use with my watercolour pencils in the box rather than just the pencils themselves. So that is my storage tip for the day. Order yourself up on the cases. I will put them in a blog post this weekend with a summary of all of this week's tips on www.hedgehoghollowink.com, and I will see you again on Monday for a new tip. Bye.